Hello and welcome to the Schola Progenium. Today you join us for another exciting bolt action battle report. We've got a little bit of practice, nothing too serious, for a local tourney coming up next weekend. It's going to be JP's Italians versus the Gurkhas. So first up we have the Brits, and it's a compact, competitive style 1,000 point list with a 13 dice limit. Now that includes the free dice, so it's 12 dice for armies that don't get a free unit at this tournament. It's also time limited at 1942, which means no Piat. And because it's set in Italy, I can't have the Chindits that I usually like to take. So we've got some veteran infantry filling in for those guys instead. So that's the broad brush strokes. Let me take you through it in a bit more detail. First up, we have a second lieutenant. He's regular and he has a friend. We also, of course, have our free artillery observer, regular on his own. Going on to the infantry, we have 4 squads of 7 veteran infantry units. The front 2 squads are Gurkhas, armed only with rifles, and of course their kukris. And then we have the 2 7-man veteran squads, early war, with 1 LMG in each. No SMGs. And I'm going for the rule where, I think it's up and atom, where I just get to declare charges regardless of pins. Now, in terms of support units, we've got an inexperienced mortar without a spotter, of course. We've got a regular sniper, and we have a regular heavy autocannon Bofors team. In terms of vehicles, we've got 2 regular Brens, both with the extra LMG on. We've got a Mark 1/2 M3 Stuart. It's not got the pintle mounted, but it's got 2 hull mounted LMGs, 1 hull mounted MMG and a coaxial MMG, so it can still spit out a lot of DACA on top of its, of course, light anti-tank gun on the turret. And then finally, we have a Humber Mark IV light armoured car with a coaxial machine gun and, again, a light anti-tank gun. So not too much punch at all in the anti-tank department. Nothing more than pen +4. All going to be shooting around pen +3 a lot of the time. However, it is early war, so hopefully not facing off against too much. And I'm hoping to have my partisans finished for the tournament. So this is just my stand-in list in case I don't get the partisans final few bits of paint on the last couple of units. So we'll be back with, it's more to play test the Italians. Yeah. So we'll see those now. And next up we have JP's Italian list. Now he's still got a couple more models to paint up, have you?
Models to paint up. There's a couple of, I want to try a flamethrower team with the Italians, see if it works, because I need a little bit more anti-tank.
Anti-everything.
Yeah.
And also, because of the early war setting, you're getting anti-tank rifle potentially in there.
Yeah, potentially anti-tank rifle.
If you can get it painted up. Maybe a couple more infantry, 3 or 4 more infantry mentioned as well, potentially. Yeah. So we're going to try this out and then see what tweaks he needs, basically. He's on the final draft, almost. Before submission, yeah. Submission at the end, midnight tonight, so better play this game. And now, do you want to take us through in a bit more detail? So you've got to have 12 dice.
Yes. Because
of the tournament rules. And again, no Fausts, because Fausts would be available to you. Sometimes you take Fausts with your Italian.
Sometimes I do with the late war Paraducci, but
and you're not
early war.
And you're also not allowed to take case blue rules.
Yeah, we have to use the soft underbelly rules.
Or normal Italian.
Italian ones. So I've gone for the normal Italian ones. Potentially we're going to roll off and get a defensive mission.
Fingers crossed. The tournament we're going to, the organiser, because it's a sort of more themed tournament, he often does do, when he does this kind of thing, sort of more randomised, sort of, you can get anything, manhunt, whatever, you don't know what you're going to face. So got to stay on your toes and be flexible, which is always interesting, and not quite as rigidly competitive as you might always see. But yeah, with all that being said, why don't you take us through what have you got leading the...
Okay, so leading the army is just a second lieutenant inexperienced.
Okay, on his own?
On his own, and then To his left, we have a regular sniper. Sorry, I'm just going to go left and right.
Okay.
Then an inexperienced, a medium mortar inexperienced. A medium howitzer, just regular. The first infantry squad is just an 8-man regular rifle squad. Then I have 2 squads of Basiglieri with 1 LMG in each, and the sergeants both have an SMG. Then I have a Paraducci squad, so there is 1 LMG in there and 5 SMGs.
Nice.
In the squad, stubborn veteran. Then we have a flamethrower team in the car, regular, and the car's regular as well.
Just a utility car.
Yeah.
Good old FAQ.
And then the tank is the M1542, which is just bang on for the time. And then,
Yeah, they just had a few units in just in time.
And then the AB41 with the light auto cannon, recce, rear facing machine gun.
Very nice. Okay, and he's also got dual directional steering as well.
So
Cool.
I might be driving him backwards to get the extra shots.
But he's no hull mounted on the front, has he? His hull mounted is actually on the back. Otherwise, it's coaxial or light autocannon.
Light auto cannon.
And no re-rolls.
No rerolls.
Gonna miss those, I imagine. We'll see. We'll see. Right. Okay. So we've set up the terrain, but we're gonna roll a random mission because, as we said, we never know what we're gonna get with this. Okay. So 1 to 3, it's a battle. 4 to 6, attack a defender. Oh, unlucky.
Oh. What is it?
Number 3. Okay, so key positions, a classic.
D3+2.
Yeah. And so that's going to be 3 objectives. It's going to be a vicious one. Join us on the field of battle after setup. I'm filming from the Italian side of the board here. They won the roll-off and elected to take this side. It's got one more piece of obscuring terrain and this little bit of road here. Apart from that, the map's relatively even, but that could give a small advantage. In terms of terrain, we have soft cover if it's 2 trees, a little bit of area terrain. Soft cover on this rocky outcrop, although that is difficult terrain. And if you see 3 trees or more together, it's soft cover, but also difficult terrain, same as the rocky outcrop, essentially. In terms of other news, we have a road running straight down the middle of the board. Very interesting. And we also have some hard cover sort of cutting off this third with only basically one little bit of access point. This soft hill, that's easy. You can run over it, not restricting in any way. Has a little bit of soft cover on the top. That's the only way to get across here with your sort of wheeled vehicles, I guess, if you have any. We both have one, right? Mm-hmm. Now, again, we've got a bit more obscuring on this side of the board and a couple more bits of patchy, soft terrain just dotted around. So there's plenty of small bits of terrain to dash between, but not that much hard cover across the board. We've also got a line of, we're using our bocage across this side, but we're not messing around with bocage rules. It's just soft cover, barricade, so difficult, defendable, just the same as the brick walls. As you saw, we got 3 objectives. I placed the first. Thought, gotta go for King of the Hill there, placed my first objective there. JP decides to do the same over on this hill, a bit more beneficial for the Italians because it's harder to assault that, and I've got a more chargy army than him. Then I placed the final objective in the centre of the board here. Now, only infantry units and transports with infantry can capture the objectives, but vehicles can deny them, and that's it. Have you got any reserves?
No, I'm keeping everything on.
Everything on first wave. I'm going everything first wave as well. So we'll get those dice in the bag, 13 Brits to 12 Italian, and we'll just do a little bit of snipers and we'll be back in a sec. In terms of spotters and snipers, I just popped my spotter. He's technically in the bocage, I just thought it looked cool going in the tree there. He's looking at JP's sniper, who's over on this rocky outcrop in the centre, just on his side of the board. And he was placed in response to my first placement, which was my artillery observer, just in this little bit of wall, this crack in the wall over here, overlooking most of the table. So a little bit of counter back and forth. We've had the first dice out of the bag. It is British, and I'm going for a shot with my sniper onto his. So I need a 3. to hit. Come on, lad. He gets a 6. 4 to kill, right? Regular?
Yeah, regular.
Oh, just a pin.
Dice
is also British. I decided to advance on with my officer in Bren. Now, I may have made a mistake on the talk through. He's actually a regular officer, I believe, on his own. He was going to spray into the sniper here, try and get him onto 2 pins because he'd be hitting it on 6s. He was just within half range. JP, in response to that, has decided to go down. So it's 8 shots on 6s, followed by 6s. But for now, my artillery officer is safe from this. There's a chance. Nope. So we're a fair way through turn 1 now. We're about to fire burst of fire, but before that, let's have a look at sort of deployment and moving so far. The Italians have brought their howitzer on the left flank, just covering a decent field of view. They've got a squad of regulars on here, as of yet unpinned. I tried to take a burst at them with an unoccupied Bren, but was just out of range. He's also got his mortar and flamer in car on behind this bit of obscuring cover on the right flank. And opposing him, I've got a squad of veterans just run up behind this obscuring terrain. Squad of Gurkhas run up, not quite fully hidden away. He's about to put a burst of fire into them with this Basiglieri squad. But before that, we'll just have a look at the rest. We've got a squad of Gurkhas sprinting up into soft cover along the side of the road. Bowfors set up in soft cover, just overlooking the road, and you can see along, apart from behind obscuring terrain, most of JP's deployment zone and sort of side of the board. And then as we saw, we got the Bowfors and the mortar just dashed on in that bit of soft cover, in range of almost everything I would imagine from there. So now these particular 4 shots on 6s, just moved soft cover over half range into the Gurkhas. And yes, a hit. And a 5. Not quite. So it came down to 4 dice in the bag. 2 Italian vehicles versus 2 British, the Humber and the Stuart. JP's had both of his dice before me. Brought the auto blinder up a run and then a pivot, wedging him nicely behind this cover here. And then he's brought on his Dakar tank, 20 shots also on this flank. And he's put him in this obscuring bit of terrain. So now he's got the soft cover because over 50% of his chassis is within the footprint of the area terrain. So he doesn't need to be line of sight 50%. A lot of that was in response to me calling in my artillery strike over here. He's going to be, I estimate, nicely in range of the flamer, mortar and a squad of Basiglieri. I'm happy to pin that cluster up. JP's stayed spread out and I wanted to keep my tanks as long as possible. Yeah, denied that flank, and it also means my Gurkhas are, for now, safe from getting brassed up by that Dakar tank at point blank as they get closer. So now I've just got to have a little think. So we're back in crack first. He's going to advance right up the flank and just shoot into this auto blinder here, just as he's dashing behind that cover. Now it's soft cover, that rocky outcrop. He's about 22 inches away. And also one thing to note is, although he is in the open, because this is area terrain, if he's shooting through more than an inch of it with that tank, it is soft cover back to me in response. So he stayed nice and safe, but it does give me that little bit back. So it's moved soft cover, needing a 5 here. Nope. Stuart's coming on. Now this is quite a significant decision. I could probably have avoided the armour duel and used my vehicles to really crush this flank. But I've got a lot of infantry over here. I've got my airstrike coming in, and he's got a lot over here. So I really do want my vehicles in this area anyway. We're just gonna have to duke it out for now. I'm getting the first couple of shots, so hopefully that puts me at an advantage. That's why I'm doing this. Let me know in the comments down below if you think it's the wrong positioning. Now, I've advanced my Stuart on. I can't see the tail of the auto blinder from his positioning there. So he's gonna have to shoot at the Dakar tank. That'll be a 6 to hit. And then he's got 13 shots going into the Basiglieri on 6s as well. Okay, light cannon. Nope. 6s on the Basiglieri. I think we've got just one. He gets a kill. So with that, it is the end of turn 1. The Brits have dashed up. We're trying to get some early game positioning. I don't want to be too aggressive and just get slaughtered on the advance, but need to get at least some sort of control over the board. And then, as we saw, we've got the artillery strike over on our left flank, and we've got our vehicles over on the right flank. It's an armoured car and a light tank versus an armoured car and a light tank. He's got an autocannon on his armoured car. I have a light anti-tank gun on mine. I think we've got a relatively even spread across the board. JP's spaced out relatively to try and avoid that artillery strike earlier on. I've kind of amassed a lump of 3 infantry on this flank here. I've got my Bofors holding down the middle. That was really good position. That's really kept him away from this, using the centre of the road with his vehicles dashing up and getting me. Because obviously this is quite vulnerable to that over here. And then, likewise, JP being quite cagey, and both of us, again, running with a lot of his units. Just a couple of advances over here, but didn't really get any pins. We got 1 pin over here, didn't we? On the Gurkhas, and a pin and a kill on these guys over here, and then there was a pin on the sniper early game. So with all that, it's time to do the old Brit airstrike. We're going to give Big Blue a chance to redeem themselves. Let's see what happens. It's a 4. Well done, Big Blue. Okay.
So
Right, let's see the range. And it's a 4, so it'll be 10 inches. Everything we need over here. Let's see if we can roll some dice to follow that up. Basigliari. It's a 6. That's what we needed. Mortar. They're going to take D3 pins. And finally, the flamer wagon. Come on, utility car. It's a 6, ladies and gentlemen. British artillery. JP's hanging his head. He knows. Let's get that template. Can't wait for version 3. He's looking for some nerves. Yes, we haven't mentioned that, have we? We've had a little bit of a chat with Warlord. We're very much looking forward to playing some 3rd edition for you guys. So watch this space over the coming months. Make sure you subscribe so you can catch all that action before release date, just as we did with Acting Panzer. Really shout out to Warlord. They're absolutely fantastic, really supporting the channel well, and I'll take this moment to thank our members as well, because shout out to you guys. We couldn't do this without you. So that's an exciting start to the term. We've got a lot of exciting stuff coming up in the future. Let's get that template out and see what we can do to these damn Italians. So everyone on the Basigliari under that template coming on 2s. A couple have survived there.
2 survivors.
Okay, there's a chance. We'll sort their pins out in a sec. I'll just roll the utility car. On the top, that's going to be a pen, because it's soft-skinned on the top. So it's just a single pen, of course. So now, can we knock it out on it doesn't matter, you just need the glance anyway. No. So that's going to be a stunned, and it's an extra pin, and then because of the shell, it's clap dice. I'll roll another one. So it's 4 pins. 4 pins. Shell. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, that's just a flat 6 pins on the flamer and utility car. I just double check the rules there. And then it's 4 pins on the Basigliari, the remaining 2 chaps. And they're gone. So it's 1 squad wipe. That's a very useful, effective artillery strike. And we just need to do the D3 pins on the mortar. And it's just 1 on the inexperienced mortar. They're not bothered. They've seen it all before. Although they haven't, because they're inexperienced. But 6 pins on the flame. It's a dice out of the bag. 6 pins, that's forcing possibly a couple of rallies on the car and the flamer over there. Where's your officer?
He's on his
all the way over here. Sweet. Okay, it's a nice start. Dice of turn 2 is Italian. He's spraying his whole mounted machine guns, 10 shots into my inexperienced mortar. I've decided to hit the deck and go down. I think he'd easily wipe them out. He's also shooting his light anti-tank gun into the Humber. He's within 24-inch range there. I thought I would have been out against him, but there we have it. So it'll be soft cover, just a 4 to hit the Humber. 6s followed by 6s on the mortar, obviously.
Well, on the Humber.
5, he's got a hit. So it's within half range. So it's a 4 versus a 7. Nothing. Okay, so it's a pin on the Humber. Now 10 shots, 6s followed by 6s. The mortar. There's a chance? No. Auto Blinder next. Yep, another Italian dice, very good. And he's advanced around this little bit of valley here. And he's going to blap 2 shots into the Bren carrier with my officer in. It's going to be moved, soft cover. 5s, no hits. Third dice of turn 2, also Italian. He's going for a sniper dual shot, needing a 3. Into my sniper, of course.
Oh, I need some luck, come on.
Well, it's off the board, he's excited, he wants it.
Alright, go that way.
He's got the hit, needing a 4 now. He's got the kill, I'm only regular. Next dice is British. Now, I'm sorely tempted to put the Bofors on ambush. However, at this stage, I kind of want to know what's going to happen to the Auto Blinder. It'll be 2 shots on 4s into his front armour. So let's see what we can do here. Come on, lad. It's a double hit.
Okay, not looking good.
So pen 3 is within our half range. It's going to be 4s to glance. He's got a pen.
A pen. Great stuff.
Okay. Salty by turn 2, JP? Surely not.
Not too early.
We've knocked him out, ladies and gentlemen. Love that by 4s. He's not getting mortared and he has a chance to hit something. What a beast. So that's a kill. That's a kill for the Bofors. We've lit up the Auto. Another British dice. Now, yes, the tank has activated over here, but the Humber, he's not really going to be shooting at anything else. I'm not in a rush with those 2 units killed and my infantry. You know, maybe they could go down. Don't want to be overly aggressive and kind of have a plan and know what I need to do over there. So it's a perfect time to pop a shot with this Humber into here. I'll be hitting on a 4. Let's see what we're working with.
Pass your test.
Need to pass an order test as well, so it's good to know what I'm doing later if I can't rely on him. On an 8, he does just about make it. Pressure 6, wasted. Okay, so into the front.
Yeah.
Needing a 4 now. Oh, no, can't have all the luck, of course. So Humber slings one past the Data Experienced mortar. He's going to try and lob a shot into the Bofors in revenge. He
needs the order test.
Yeah, on a pin. 8, 9, no. Fails, yeah. British dice. This time we're advancing with the veterans. We're going to shoot at the sniper. He's already fired. So it's going to be 6s to hit, small target, soft cover. And moved. We've got a hit there. We just want a 4 now. Nope, but it is a pin. Order on the utility car. He passes it. D6 plus 1. Oh, he does it all. Just what he wanted. Now it's another British dice. I'm going for the Stuart. I did want to brass up these Basigliari, but I also thought might like to force them down as well. So now's a good time. He has elected to go down with those guys, which means it's going to be soft cover over half range down. So 6s followed by 6s. However, in measuring up, I never actually measured last turn. I just presumed I was over half range. I'm within half range between the Stuart. He is to me as well. The Stuart to the tank. So that, because I've stayed still, is actually going to be a 4. So I thought I hit the Basigliari better, but I thought I was hitting him worse. So that's a nice turn of events. So we'll do that now. It's 1 shot, light anti-tank gun. Oh, he misses. Cover saves him. And then 13 shots. Magic 6s here. We've got a chance. No. Rallying the flamer. This is an important one. He's passed it. 4 pins cleared, 2 left. Bren carrier with the officer. Just advance up to the bocage. I'm going to shoot across soft cover over half range at these regulars here. See if I can get a couple of kills. So it's nice burst. Oh, I almost shot at the veterans as well, and that's a really nice burst. 4 kills. Move soft cover. Over half range. Okay, I'll have to check how many I got. I did get a few. So only 5 6s, sadly. So killing on 4s. And we get 2 this time. Not as good a burst, but that's fair enough. Last Italian dice for turn 2. Put his howitzer on ambush after dashing his Paraducci up behind the burning AB. It's also Blunder, right?
Also Blunder.
Now, his howitzer could just see one edge Gurkha, this squad that was dashing towards the hill. I've actually cut sideways, dashed across the road. He has to take the shot when they first set off. Over half range, soft cover, needing a 5, but I can't stay there forever. And it's a miss, worth it. And that shot brings us to the end of turn 2. As we can see, JP's got a solid left flank with a squad of Persiglieri and a squad of veteran paratroopers with SMGs on this flank. And I'm just repositioning some Gurkhas across to face these guys. I've already got a squad of veterans, but they're not as tooled up as the Italians for close combat, but we're sort of congregating towards this objective. Then over on this flank, obviously we got lucky, but he's recovering his forces. Losing the infantry squad's a big deal, makes it harder to take this objective. But a flamethrower and a mortar and a utility car is certainly enough to mean I have to still commit a decent amount of forces if I want to hold this objective. As you can see, I have got a squad of regulars, sorry, not regulars, just veterans, just regular non-Gurkhas. They sprinted towards this hill, and this Gurkha squad, they tried to follow them, sort of pepper pot, but unfortunately they went down with a 10 on their order chest. That pin worked out, and then this guy just went on ambush because I knew from attempting a shot last turn I was a couple of inches over, and likewise these regulars just went on ambush, not in any rush. It's been a little bit of repositioning. The Italians did manage to get a dice off the Brits with the sniper, but shortly that was returned to a 2 dice lead, a dice lead, and 2 dice lead in the bag, 1 dice kill lead when we shot the auto blinder with the Bofors. So everyone's lined up. We're 2-1 on this tank, but that's not stopped him so far. We've got our DACA support moving up with our veterans. We're closing on a couple of objectives. Everyone seems to be leaving the centre. Let's see what happens. Dice in the bag, ready for turn 3. First dice of turn 3, Italian. They've really got the initiative in this game. I just need to kill a couple of dice without losing one. He's going to be like -3 on everything or something like that. I'm not sure exactly. I know he gets bad when I've got a 3 kill lead. So he's going to be shooting 10 shots. I've decided to go down, preserve my forces, making it 6s. He's popping a shot into the Stuart. Very cunning, because I would have wrecked.
Okay, into the Stuart, big gun.
He's got the hit.
Come on.
He's got a pen. So I'm at 8 for, yeah, it's just a normal pen. Right, can he do what he needs to do? He can. He lights up the Stuart. 3 6s in a row. Okay, that's what he needed. That's a big shift on this flank.
Okay. And then 10 shots into them, they've gone down as well. Oh, 1 cut. There's 2.
Potentials. No, that is fun with the 6s. But Stuart knocked out. Great response from the Italian tank. Italians have another dice. They're going for a mortar shot with the sniper. It's very close. I've put my Bofors in ambush so he can't hop up on this elevated terrain and shoot me down point blank with SMGs.
Pass little test.
Passes.
3s.
He's got the hit.
3s.
No, thankfully not. That's what I need. British mortar. We've just realised our mortars can see each other. Of course, JP went for a shot on my Bofors last turn and went down. I went down from the other side. No, I went down.
Shot by the sniper.
Shot by the sniper, yes. She's put that pin on me. Right, okay.
Just as much as I can.
Where's my officer? He's over there. 8, I'm okay with
No,
one
you're
pin.
inexperienced.
Inexperienced. Ah,
Yes, same as mine.
curses. Sound like a regular mortar. Has to be said. I think it's worth the points. Seeing the Stuart crew abandoning the tank as it brews up next to them, the Humber crew decide to try and avenge them. And they're not going to advance. They're just going to stay still and shoot. It's a 2. Come on, Stuart. 8 shots from the Bren, just spraying into the smoke and flames, seeing silhouettes sort of making their way around it. It's going to be 5s to hit on those paratroopers. We've got a couple there. I'll take it. So that's a pin and no kills though. Gurkhas are going to stay in this soft cover, spray across into the paratroopers. 7 shots. It was going to be on 6s. He's decided to hit the deck. Doesn't want to keep stacking up pins on his precious veterans in the middle. So no chances there. And I wouldn't have got a hit. Artillery officer is now locked and loaded after hopping into that brain carrier last turn and being out of range. He's advanced up against the wall. Tally ho, chaps. 8 shots into the regulars on 6s.
Yeah, don't go down as well.
Down as well. There's 2 chances there. Nothing. 2 dice of the turn. I went down with my officer and now I'm running with these Gurkhas. Now JP has been on ambush over half range soft cover from all the way over here on his howitzer all game. Are you within 60 inches, JP?
That's a question.
Clutching at straws got me nowhere. He's well within 60. Well, he's about 57 to be fair.
So
Needing a 5.
Needing a 5. Come on.
Come on, don't get it.
Oh, it's a 6. Yes.
Right, okay, so that's going to be Gurkhas on 2s here.
No customary ones, please.
No, he's got all 4.
D3 pins.
He's got the big 3. It's all coming up Millhouse.
We're on 1, so that's 4 pins already.
4 pins.
Come on.
I run.
Yes, my artillery can do it as well.
Artillery shell slamming into the Gurkhas and driving them off. It is the end of turn 3, and what a turn for the Italians. They've come back with a vengeance, lit up the Stuart, blown away some Gurkhas. And did you kill someone else as well? Oh no, sniper was first turn.
Was first turn.
In return, the Brits failed to get any dice off the Italians. We were mainly repositioning. We were playing quite cunning with our ambushes and so on and so forth. Keeping all our stuff protected, but yeah, unfortunately got the hit on the 5. What can you do? You can't just sit back forever. I wanted to sort of have a bit more flexibility towards the objectives in the later turn, so and get out of line of sight of him as well. So with that, I think the Italians are probably slightly ahead going into turn 4, second half of the game. Let's see what happens. Now, before I pop this ambush Bofors back in the bag, I'm going to see if I can pop it into that sniper. So I need a 4 up. No, first dice of turn 4 is British. We needed it. Italians have had the initiative. We're going with the Humber straight away. If we miss this, it's going to give the Italians a lot of knowledge, a lot of intelligence. They'll have a lot of flexibility. If I get this hit, it'll be so important. Come on.
I need this to miss.
4.
I'll do J.
Yes! Okay. Oh. So, it's a 4 to glance.
You're in half range.
So tense. Come on, lads. No, yes! It's a pin. Please be enough. Gurkhas advance up against the bocage from this little bit of soft cover. They're just shooting across into Basigliari. Now, 4 of them are hitting on 5s, and 3 of them hitting on 6s, followed by 6s. So, 5s, nothing. 6s followed by 6s. He didn't go down here this time. Nothing. Italians have got themselves a dice hiding in the woodland. The commander of the dagger tank orders another shot fired at the Humber. Now, I've already fired, which means that I can't wreck you away. Oh, JP's getting excited, dropping dice in the background. He's also firing shots over into these veterans. It's 10 shots soft cover over half range? In half range.
It's just 4s.
I think I will go down with those. Make it 6s. Right, okay, go ahead.
10, so the shot on the Humber needing
4.
4.
So I've got one.
Of
Of course, man, you're just getting a 6 every time with this guy.
Italian tank. Come on.
Oh my gosh, that's like
double.
it's like 6 in a row or something you've
Double
rolled.
pen, yeah.
4,
6, 10.
10 versus
10, so
7.
Yeah.
Oh, he's knocked him out.
Yeah,
Double mobilised.
knocks you out.
Knocks the tracks, breaks the axles. It's all going wrong for the Brits. After a stellar start, yeah, 10 shots. No, I went down. I went down.
Oh, there's 2. These vets.
Nothing, just both British vehicles knocked out. The sniper decides it's his turn. He's going to target into my inexperienced mortar. He's passed an order check, but he previously dashed his officer within range.
Come on.
He makes it thanks to the officer.
So 3 to hit.
On the mortar, he's going to try and pop over into the Bofors again. Third time lucky on the attempt to pull his socks up.
Come on.
He gets it this time, needing a 6.
Come on. No. A resounding 1.
It's my turn to attempt the same. I'm going to try and pass an order check with a mortar, inexperienced. Come on, lad. He gets it.
As well.
Okay. Now we need a 6 counter battery fire on his mortar. I can't see his howitzer. No. Few dice of turn 4. The Basiglieri dashed up a run order towards this objective. They've really amassed strong forces there now. Officer went down, nice and safe, surrounded by all of his trusty cannon fodder. I decided to fire some shots off various Brens, so on and so forth. And JP just went down with his infantry in response. Now I've finally got my last dice. It's my Bofors. Now these Basiglieri, they're not, you can just draw a line straight down to those 5. So they're only in soft cover down. And within half range, so it's 6s to hit. 2 shots. Come on, lads. No, so close. So the Tommy ambush was to no avail. I probably should have stayed an ambush there. That was a mistake. Because then I would be a dice ahead of the flamethrower. Is what it is, though. So at the end of the turn, we've got scant forces on this flank. Flamethrower in a car and an inexperienced mortar that's got his first shot off. And they're looking to take this objective off this veteran Tommy squad, as of yet unharmed. But there is a howitzer looking at them, but they are supported by a Brent. So they've got a decent amount of firepower. That objective's, it's in their hands for now. Over here, we're really starting to amass forces for a close range fight on this objective late term. We've got to start killing units off or it's going to end up being contested by somebody. And with the Humber being knocked out, this Italian gunner and commander, they cannot miss a trick. The driver's just sat there smoking cigarettes. But 2 British vehicles burning now. That means you can just start advancing up. That driver's going to have to stub out his cigarette because he can start brassing up 20 shots a turn into my veterans just in time for the clash over this objective. However, it could end up 1-1. That could end up contested, as we said. I could end up securing this if the flamethrower can't get it off me, if I can survive the inevitable flamethrower
It's going to
push.
be hard for me to take it off because losing that veterans, I've got nothing here to push onto it.
Yeah, you need the flamethrower to survive, wipe loads of stuff out and just do
miracles.
Do miracles. But if he can, he'll take that objective off me. So could be a draw, could be a win from either side, who knows. But I think the Italians certainly have the lead still going into turn 5. We'll see. Dice in the bag. Dice off the turn was British. And I corrected my mistake straight away. Got this Tommy squad on ambush. Just try and hold that flamethrower off. And now it's the Italians. He's advanced with the Dakar tank around here. He's going to hose these guys down with 10 shots in the open. Shoot a light anti-tank gun through them. Hopefully they slow that round down. So it's going to be a 5 to hit. I've elected to go down and making it 6s as well.
4, 5, 6.
It's not a good time to go down, but I have no real choice.
So Bren first. Come on.
Okay.
Need this.
Oh, another 6, man! Are you kidding me?
This Italian is insane.
Bounced it, thankfully. Just, there's some justice in the universe. Okay. Okay, so 6s. So you've had all your fun with them. And you have. Excellent. A mere pin. I'll take it. Regular sniper is taking another shot at the inexperienced mortar. I know that his veterancy doesn't really affect his ability to hit anything, but it seems like all these regular and inexperienced weapons teams are doing the job. He's got the hit this time, but no! Kill! Again. Second shot with the mortar over onto the Bofors. He doesn't need to pass a check this time. It's going to be a 5 hit. I'm staying up. I'm going to chance it. Yes! JP's decided to shoot first. He's in this
questions later.
He's advanced up with the Paraducci. He's got everyone within point blank and elevated with all but 2 of them past the Bren and the Bocage and everything like that. So it'd be just point blank 2s to hit. I'm very tempted to step. I feel like I should only kill 3. And then if I can charge him back, you know, amazing. But I think I've got to go down. I've got to. Just keep those Gurkhas ready for turn 6. I've still got so much they can do. So it's going to be 12 shots on 4s and 4 on 6s followed by 6s. Yeah, now I've gone down.
Yeah, so 6 by 6s.
No.
And 12 on 4s. Not great, by the looks of it. About average.
Glad I went down, man.
Come on. Oh, it's a great
amazing.
roll.
5 killed. Okay, so I'll have to do a leadership check.
And all.
Oh, all specialists. Go on. Jeez Louise, man. Shame you're not shooting at engineers.
Yeah,
Missed
get your officer
opportunity.
out as well.
Right, okay. I make it. Oh, we did notice a slight mistake here. Of course, JP's LMG would have been hitting on 3s, not 4s. That was quite a chunk of his dice, a third of his point blank shots. Instead of messing around re-rolling, he can keep his 6s followed by his 6s. But we've put a Gurkha back. Seems fair. Oh, the omens are bad. I know JP's getting ready to move his flamethrower because he's decided to shoot his howitzer over at these guys and force me down. Now I'm going to go down this time. I don't need the ambush straight away. It'd be nice to ambush the car on the way round and then the flamer when he hops out next turn, get a couple of chances. But and this howitzer's a big enough threat that it's worth making it a 6 followed by a 6. Okay, JP, can you keep your witchcraft going?
Let's go.
He's got the 1. Italian regulars decide to move forward towards this objective a little bit, probably a run away from it now, getting to the towards turn 6 certainly. He's also going to pop 6 shots across at the Bren, try and get a second pin on it before I activate. No, thankfully not. Next, we're going for the Bofors. We're just going to shoot up at the Paraducci squad. They're elevated, I can see straight into them, soft cover. 2 shots. Double 2. We're going with the Bren into the Paraducci, hopefully. Need to pass an order check first. Come on, lads. Yes, double 1. Okay, 8 shots.
Are you in point blank?
I'm in point blank. So it's just 3s. Okay, couple of 1s there, then 5s. Come on. We need to do to you.
Well, I've done to you.
Yeah. We've got 1 and a pin. The Sigliari proudly take the hill now that the rest of the Italians have suppressed the Brits successfully. They're going to spray down into the inexperienced mortar, try and pick him off. No, 1 cut. No.
Nope, nothing.
Italians have had their last 2 dice. The Brits still have 4 in the bag. Couple of our officers and friends, of course. He's had to go down with the flamer and then dash, which he was going to do anyway, but then finally dash up into the open. I do have a chance to strafe him up with this Bren carrier, and then I'm going to be doing that, of course. And then I will be doing some other stuff too. So I'm going down with the officer in here. Bit of a risk. I'm tempted to hop him out, but I think I want all the shots. Spraying with the Bren. I know I could hop out afterwards, but I mean, if I get first dice next turn, I want another 8 into him. And then I'm going down with the officer over here. I'll be trying to pass an order check with my mortar to hit on a 5 against his mortar. Tempted to go for a lucky 6, but I think I'll stick with the 5. Try and get that dice. So, 8 shots first. 8 shots from the Bren into the car. We're hitting on 3s here. It's a solid enough burst. We get to 6 now. Come on. No! Check on the mortar now. Pass it. We're looking for. You know what? I'm going for the flamer. I'm going for the car. No, I want my bow fours. I'm sticking with my target. 5. Yo, we would have got the car, but I'll take the mortar. Okay. I had a feeling then. Okay, 2s. I've killed 2 of them.
D3 pins.
D3 pins. Come on. 2 pins. I'll take it. Needing a 6.
Fails.
He runs. Okay. Tickety boo. Didn't get the flamer with the Bren, but we've got a pin on him. 10's going into turn 6. Now it's going to be his last unit pushing onto this objective. I've got 3 units on that. The Bren can't score, but it's keeping the observer safe.
Mm-hmm.
He can score it. Then over here, the Italians have seized the day. Arrivederci, baby. They've leapt onto this hill, sprayed down, dashed round with the tank, who's been great all game, forced most of the infantry down, hosed down most of the Gurkhas. We've only killed 1 in return and put a pin over there. It's looking very secure, but can I contest it? And there's also a few bits and pieces that can, depending on the first few dice, reposition onto this central objective. So that's all to play for going into turn 3. Turn 6. So I don't know why I said turn 3 there. I'm very excited. Let's get the dice in the bag. First dice of turn 6. It's grey. Praise the dice gods. I've gone an ambush with the Bren. I know I want to do something over here. I know I want to go an ambush over here. It could potentially be the men. Either way, it's a 5 to hit with his howitzer, which I think is his counter to this before he gets the
Howitzer shot,
flamer out. So Bren first on ambush. Let's see if we can get another dice. Next dice is Italian. He's going for the tank. He's just going for a straight up fire order into these veterans here and into the Bren. He's not moved this time. It's going to be 3s and a 4 respectively. I'm staying up, you know. I've got to grit my teeth on this one.
Nice.
Play conservative until the final 20 shots.
4.
A 4.
First. Come on.
Nice.
Yes. Okay. No, 10 shots into the infantry.
It's only 10, isn't it? I thought it was 20. I'm staying up either way. Needing 3s. It's decent enough roll. Perfectly fine.
They've got a big load of 5s here.
That'd be fun. He gets another 4! How is he? Oh my gosh, you're killing me, bro. It's like I've been experienced.
He'll take the officer as well.
Right, okay. That's a big, incredibly lucky swing somehow. Oh my gosh, man. I don't know how you're doing this. I passed it.
8, 9, just.
Advancing forward, up, straight into the faces of the Gurkhas and repositioning to block off my ability to advance over there with a couple of units. and contest that objective. He's going to spray into the Gurkhas. Now, I've gone down in case it goes to turn 7, because I think staying up is legitimately suicidal, with only 3 men there.
So it's 10 shots on 4s. Oh, it's a good burst.
Okay, let's just get those 6s out of the way now, my friend.
There's an awful lot of 6s and 5s. Another 2. That's good.
Come on, hell of a game.
Come on.
Gets through 4 still. Wow, he's just absolutely smashing them. So Gurkha's dead, evens down. Okay. Next dice is also Italian. They're doing really well here. Kept the Brits pinned down, and then by the time I've tried to activate, combined with some good bursts of close range fire, he's just kept me pinned, killed stuff off, and he's really pressing the advantage now, putting the pressure on here. I'm having to stay up. I went down with the Gurkhas, but I've got to stay up with these guys and have a couple of chances, a couple of units that can potentially punch through onto that objective, depending on what happens when I get a dice.
Okay, so 2 on 2s.
What's a hit?
8 on 3s. Oh, it might be your luck that you needed here.
Come on.
There's some 5s.
You've got a couple. 1 remaining. It's up to 3 pins.
The last man.
They're vets, I'm okay. Oh, you killed the officer already. That guy is Italian. He's going for the critical howitzer shot. It's a 5 onto the brain carrier, soft cover over half range. If you can do this, you could really open up the flamethrowers. Route to victory.
Come on. Oh, he gets the 6. He's just rolled it all game.
Oh, man. You have indeed. Right, okay, so with that,
clip the squad as well.
You'll be able to clip the squad. It'll probably only be a couple of them because you've got to centre it on the vehicle. How many?
2.
1?
2. Is it the...
It's the 3-incher, isn't it? So 1. Right, okay, so 1 infantryman will get it. That's good though. What's that?
The infantry guy.
Oh, that's the infantry guy. Okay, infantry guy's
For
dead.
the infantry guy.
Okay, so the infantry guy dead, that's what we're talking about, I guess. And then now you've got to pen the side. So he's armour 7, 6 on the side. It's a 3 to glance. Pen.
5.
It's just a pen though.
Okay.
Because he's armour 7. Very close. Oh, he's knocked him out. D6 on the spotter. 4 on 4s.
No, he's
He's dead. He's dead.
And then the pins on the squad.
Of course. Only 1, thankfully. Real game of cagey Mexican standoffs, and it's come down to turn 6. Everything's popping off now. He's cleared the way. He's going with his flamethrower. Has to pass an order check though. It's only regular. He needs an 8 here.
Come on, don't want 6s now.
This will be perfect.
Oh
God! Now it's 2s! Okay, let's see what he gets. Flamethrower advances out. It's as good a time as any. So he's moved. He's in point blank. And he's within half range as well, so it is a 3 to hit.
Come on.
Lovely
Don't
to get.
fail me now.
And run out of fuel, plus a miss would be lovely. No,
I guess the 6 again. So
comment down below.
Count how many that
if
is
you
for
think
me.
I'm being. If you think
salty,
if I'm not being salty, I'm laughing at it, but I just
no,
I can't believe my eyes, man. It feels crazy from this side of the camera, but maybe watching it back there is just not like I'm not being that.
I did comment I always roll 6s when I need
Yeah, you bloody do. Right, okay.
So this will be a 1 now for the hits.
Oh! 6 hits. I'd really like this to stop now.
This will be the pins.
Oh my gosh. There's thankfully not 6, but I'll take that. 2 pins.
Woo! And 6 hits. Okay,
Okay, so
6s, but 2 survive.
2, so... No, so you've killed 4 out of 7.
4 pins.
4 pins, needing a 6 to hold this objective for King George now. Come on, lads. No, it's 11. I get the 6. Yes, finally, my time has come. Sweet 6s. Okay, so with that though, the Flamer has cleared the Tommies off this objective. We've held it all game. We've redistributed forces over here to no avail. We had plenty of units placed ready to dash onto this central objective. We had an abundance of units on this objective as well with manoeuvrability, but best laid plans have fallen apart in the face of a single
6s.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's all you need to do to win the game, obviously. Just roll 6s. It's literally JP's secret to getting top table in multiple gaming formats. I'm not even lying. Right, but jokes aside, you know, he has capitalised on the pressure there. He's, you know, obviously activated his units in all the right order.
I want you to run once, even run away.
You might run away and not keep the objective for yourself, which would be clutch. Come on. No, it's just... One take as well, so you know we're not messing around with these dice. Oh, okay, we'll pull the next one.
I can't believe that's just happened.
Dice is Italian. He's dashed onto this objective with his regulars. Just bided his time, and that's another one secured. Now that JP seized that central objective, it's much of a muchness which one I go for. I'm really happy contesting that one. I could potentially drive these off with a lucky burst point blank range. Let's see if we can pass that order check now. We can indeed. Shots on 3s, point blank. It's a great initial burst. Come on. We're starting to believe.
They are only regulars.
Needing 4s now.
Oh, it's a great
It's a
roll.
solid burst. I'll take it. 4 dead. It's enough to force a pin. Can I get your officer? I can. You've got 2 guys left. No officer. -2. On regulars, that means a 6.
Come on.
Come on, take this objective.
We don't need 6s now.
Yes! He's done it. Okay, the Bren carrier has seized that objective just in the nick of time. There may be stuff he can do, but right now it's his. Well, it's been a long time since I've had a bow force all the way through to turn 6. Let's see if we can make it count. It's 2 shots on 5, small target, soft cover.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
We've got a hit, that's both of them. Okay, so it's going to be 3s to kill. As a weapons team, so if I get a 6,
No.
you know.
You'll get the 2 things anyway.
It's a kill!
And a 6.
And a 6, God, I'm rolling it. No, but they are still blown apart. The flamethrower illuminates himself, and the Bofors just sends a cascade 40mm anti-aircraft rounds into the top of that hill. And yeah, Flamer is no more. Currently, this objective is uncontested. Fighting tooth and nail to the last for King George, my friend. Final dice for the Brits. We're going to try and pass an order check. Get a lucky 6 on the sniper. We've cleared all resistance in the flank and centre with the help of the Bofors and the Bren carrier there. A couple of quick kills for the Brits, bringing it back to even. Okay, can we pass this order check? We can. Okay, JP.
It's your turn for a 6, I think.
I've been getting a few this round, it has to be said. Huh? No. Sadly not. So, is that, you've just got your officer to go?
Just
I presume you're going to advance onto there?
No, I'm going to give him a run order, just bring him round towards here. So if it goes to 7, he can also get an objective again.
Potentially contest it.
Yeah.
Just going for every last manoeuvre. With that officer sprinting past the burning wreck of the auto blinder and towards the gate, he's probably a dash away from that objective, hopefully if it goes to turn 7. Looking at the board, the Italians, they've got one solid flank here. They've got the tank, a couple of squads of infantry, sniper and an officer backed up by a howitzer. Brits have managed to give them a bloody nose in turn 6. However, Obviously, we've had these wrecks probably smouldering by now. Beaufort's been doing some heavy lifting, as has the Bren carrier, and that's led us to basically everyone's just dead. Everyone has died on this hill who's gone near it.
Yeah, this transport will die at the end of the turn.
My Bren's closer to it, so that's that transport dead. So it truly is, well, it's abandoned. There's no crew in it anymore. So it truly is just been reduced down to this half here. I just have these few trusty units left. Let's see if the game continues. Currently, he's got one objective most certainly secured. I've got one, barely secured. In some tournament packs, not secured, but in this one, it is. It's an officer in the Bren, by the way, in case you were wondering. All right, so one dice.
Big blue.
Big blue. Do you want to roll it? The game continues. First dice of turn 7 is Italian. He's going for the tank. He's going to try and shoot me in the back with the officer in the Bren carrier with his light anti-tank gun. And then 10 shots into the mortar. If he pulls that off, I'll be left with just my Beauforts. Could be an amazing 1-2 punch. Right, what's first?
Okay.
It's got to be the gun as always.
Yeah, I need to know what I'm dealing with. Come on.
It's a 5. Okay. So in the rear,
Right.
within half range. It's a pen.
5.
It's a defo double pen that. Immobilized.
And a
Knocked out.
So D6 on the
Okay.
officer. 5.
He's on his own in there.
Kills
He's
him.
dead.
And 10 shots into the mortar team. It's a good burst on
5. He's got 3 shots. Can he kill all 3 of them? He needs 3s. He kills 2 of them. They've already got a pin. You need a 6 here. They pass it. He goes for a dash with the Italian officer. Unfortunately, he's just over 15 inches away from that objective, meaning he's just out of range after a 12-inch dash. Not quite snatching it. The Italians had all 3 of their dice, or 4, before I had my last 2. He's can't do anything with the howitzer.
That's my last dice.
That's your last dice, essentially. He's gone on ambush with these guys, giving him the chance to go down, depending on when I got to shoot. And also advanced with the snipers, taking him out of mortaring range. Now, I reckon you're probably within 3 with all 3 of these units. I've only got 2 chances to knock you out. But you may just be over 3 with that paratrooper. So my target selection is going to be none of those. It's going to be, I've never taken you off that objective, whatever our chance. It's got to be the tank with the Beauforts. Okay, and then the mortar will go for these guys just in vengeance also. You defo. There's just no way. You've got 3 units, I've got 2 shots. Okay, look, need to pass an order check on the mortar. 8, no, he goes down.
Can the Beauforts knock out the tank?
Can the Beauforts knock out the tank? We'll have 4 to hit now. It's a double hit.
Ooh.
Okay, it's in the front. We've got a fire and a knocked out and an immobilized. Oh, yeah, I've hit that twice, yes. I'm getting carried away.
So bounced.
Bounced,
Yeah.
yes. 3 plus a 3 is a 6.
Yeah.
And you are on 8 on the front. Never mind, it's my last, it was my last hurrah. So with that, it is the end of the game. The Italians have managed to secure this objective very much so, with 3 infantry units on it and a tank supporting them. You know, given an extra inch, the officer would have taken a second objective there, and he managed to clear me off mine and almost took it for himself.
If it wasn't for that Beauforts.
If it wasn't for that pesky Beauforts. So, who survived the game? One of my 2 remaining units. It all looked so good when the artillery came down, turn 2. But yeah, the Italians, there just seemed to be a wrath of Dhaka coming in at me that was just stopping the Brits from being able to shift or do anything in any way. I tried to play relatively conservatively, not throw my Gurkhas away. But you know, as I was getting across the board, repositioning and stuff, I didn't take even any hits. So I managed to sort of cover them, but then you jumped.
You had to take the initiative.
You had to take the initiative. It was time. We're getting on to the later end of the game. You had to clear them off then, or probably be contested. And for all you knew, chances were that objective was secure for me. So, yeah, I think the Italians played a good match. Fought back from a disadvantage, certainly. What are your thoughts, JP?
I think the tank again has been magnificent for me.
It never lets you down.
Never lets me down with the Italians. At the end of turn 1, turn 2, I think your artillery came in. I really thought it was against me.
Knocked the armoured car out as well.
Knocked the armoured car out. The vehicle and the flame was lucky to survive. You wiped the full squad basically area. It was looking bleak. But
I think the Howitzer got a couple of kills. Tank got a couple of kills. He just sat there.
He just got
2 on 1.
2 on 1 and 1 was
At first it was 2 on 1. Then it went down to 1v1, and then before I knew it, you know, I even got the first shots off as well.
You had the last 2 dice, yeah.
Just couldn't.
You played well. I just got.
I think that was the right manoeuvre. It just didn't play out. Maybe I should have kept my Stuart over to kill some infantry, but the fight was over here. The infantry were over here. All of these are dead and dealt with. So
yeah, I had to play that objective just because you've got Gurkhas, and that's the only.
And they were flooding the centre, these 2 objectives.
Try and stop you from charging my infantry.
Yeah, for sure. And that's why I sort of positioned to take those 2 and try and sort of drive you off this one. But repositioning when I thought, okay, now I can probably securely hold that one and cheekily grab that one. So I had my Gurkhas here ready to dash across. Go on.
The Howards are getting lucky knocking out the Bren, allowing me to flame your infantry.
Everything fell into place nicely for the Italians. And basically without any buffs whatsoever, because you weren't defending or anything like that. You just played with your just pure army. Yeah. So very interesting. And we're going to a tournament next week. I'm probably not going to take my Gurkhas unless I'm planning the partisans. I need to submit a list tonight and then get my act on painting. But I'll message Dan and ask him if I'll explain the situation. Okay, so
with it being based in Sicily, on the Valley, I've got to take the Italians.
You've got to take the Italians. No choice. Right, okay, so I think we'll call it there, guys. Comment down below, let us know what you think of the battle, anything we missed, anything you would have done differently. What you thought of the game. We always like to hear your thoughts, whatever they may be. Like and subscribe, it really helps the channel out. And consider joining as a member. Kind of thing really supports the channel. It gives us a big boost, not only in terms of morale, but it lets us sort of expand the channel. We've got really exciting stuff ahead.
Soon,
We're going to Denmark. We've spent all of our YouTube pennies on going to Denmark to challenge Bo. We're going to get loads of battle reports for you guys and videos over in Denmark. So that's we'd really appreciate it. Now, if you've ever considered helping us out in that way, I feel now's the time. I'm okay to ask. So with all that being said, we appreciate your time. We hope you found the video interesting and entertaining. This has been the Schola Thank you very much for your time. Goodbye.